Advocates for former patients of suspended Fort Hood OB-GYN Blaine McGraw brought their fight for accountability to Capitol Hill this week. 6 News reporter Juliana Jackson is live in studio and spoke with the groups on their trip and updates on the ongoing McGraw case. What'd you find out, Juliana?
Bailey, Shield of Sisters and the Cobos law firm traveled to Washington, D.C. with 4 survivors to meet with members of Congress and push for legislative reform. The group is recommending 3 pieces of legislation aimed at preventing future cases of military sexual trauma, or MST. The proposed changes would make chaperones mandatory during medical exams, expand the definition of MST to include family members and DoD civilians, and hold commanders accountable for transferring problem service members without resolving issues at their prior base. Shannon Huff, founder of Shield of Sisters, says the legislation is receiving bipartisan support in both the House and Senate.
Of what has happened to thousands and thousands of women and men. It's seeing their faces say, "We did not know." It's a validation when they say, "We're going to take your legislation all the way. It might not look the way you wrote it, but we're going to take it all the way."
Huff says they're calling for transparency and systematic change to protect service members and their families. McGraw faces 54 specifications for indecent visual recording and other charges involving 44 alleged victims at Fort Hood. The Cobos law firm has filed a motion for default judgment against McGraw after he failed to respond to their civil lawsuit. They've also submitted Federal Tort Claims Act cases seeking compensation for clients from the Army. Cobos says while litigation is on hold, the firm is focusing on legislative reform efforts. Coming up at 6, we'll hear more on how these advocates say they won't stop fighting until they say the last person is assaulted in the military.